Greetings everybody, how are y'all doing today? So before I get into talking about the whole Apple Store Leader Program hiring process that I've been going through the past week, I'm going to set up a timeline just to kind of put you in my perspective and what I was thinking during this process. So on June 23rd, 2013, that means last summer, I applied for the Apple Store Leader Program. Now, I applied around roughly 6 weeks in to working at SeaWorld, so I was still actively looking for jobs even though I was working at SeaWorld. And of course, 3 months later, I ended up landing a job at Disney Store. So, fast forward over to this past Monday. I get an email from Apple, and they said that they looked at my application and they wanted to consider me for the program. They wanted to set me up with a 15-minute phone screen just so that they can get a little inside information about my experience and within leadership, and they just want to know how I found out about the program and everything. Got everything done. I tried the email right away. They asked for an unofficial transcript just to verify my GPA, because I believe for the program they require a GPA of over 3.0, so I had to verify that information. I sent my transcript over, and first they wanted to set up an interview on Wednesday, but since I was working at SeaWorld during the time frame that they requested, I had to postpone it and move it to Thursday, which was yesterday, from 2 to 3. Yesterday, I was actually waiting for the interview. So I was waiting, and honestly, I was really starting to freak out. And around the 30-minute mark, I get a call from my Auntie Julie saying that she needed me to watch over Elise, and I had to go next door. So my mind was just swirling. I didn't know what to do because I was expecting a phone call. And around 2:45, which is the time that I expected for them to call, because the phone interview was going to take 15 minutes, and I don't think they wanted to go over the time frame since they were probably going to be having more phone interviews. And at 2:45, Elise ended up waking up, so I had to feed her and everything, and I watched over her because she didn't go back to sleep. And by 2:55, I just assumed that they weren't going to call me. And now imagine this. So this is what was going on in my head, knowing that I applied for the position on last summer, and after 9 months they have a reply to me saying that they want to consider me for the application. I was kind of iffy in the beginning, So after they didn't call me, in my head I was thinking, oh, go figure. That sounds about right, because I was really suspicious about the whole thing. And then at the same time, on Tuesday of this week, I actually received another email from somebody requesting the same information, and I told them, "Oh, I already set up an interview with this person. Do you still need me to request information?" They said, "Oh, I apologize. Meredith or whoever will take care of you." And around 2 hours later, I received another email from somebody saying that they wanted to set up an event with me. It was supposed to be an informational session just to talk about the program. That was set up for today, March 7th, from 2 to 3. So on Wednesday, I remember I was trying to figure out what was at 2 to 3, and I remembered that for some reason, I thought the informational session was going to happen at the same time with the interview, or it was the same thing. But I realized that the email said Friday, March 7th, and then the interview was Thursday, March 6th. So, after the interview, after the time frame for the interview from 2 to 3, I just ended up just watching Elise the entire time, and then my brother and I went to practice. Fast forward 5 hours later, roughly around 8 o'clock, I received an email from Apple saying that there was a last-minute change in my interviewer's availability. She had a family issue that she had to go to, so they had to reschedule. So I kind of broke a sweat. I was like, whew. Because I was wondering if this thing was legit or not. And then I realized by today during the info session that it is legit. They actually had a seminar just talking about the whole program, what they expect, and what's the hiring process like. And so just a little bit about the program, just in case you're not familiar with the Apple Store Leader Program. It is a 24-month rotation program, and in the program you are rotating within different positions in Apple retail. And a lot of people, a lot of us, including myself, confused it for an internship, but it is not. It is a program where you work 40 hours a week full time for 24 months. And it's not like an internship where it's a contract job where after 24 months they terminate us or anything. After that, we're able to stay within Apple and have the possibility to apply for an actual management position. So the way that it works is that within the first 12 months, they rotate us within different levels in Apple retail. So for the first year, I can rotate between being a specialist, being a genius, or being a creative, and switching between like the business side of Apple retail or another division that I'm interested in. And I'm for the program, we're able to select different stores and different locations all around the world. We have the option to I could actually have the option to move to Asia or China or the Philippines or Germany. I can put those selections, but unfortunately Apple does not compensate on the transportation. So that's something that we had to think about if we wanted to move to Europe for this rotational program. It's possible, but we have to provide our own expenses and find our own thing. Now, it finally clicked on me why, after applying it during last summer in June 2013, and why they finally looked over my application now. It's because this is the application period in the hiring process, which they look for undergrads or people or students who are going to be graduating, who are going to be available from September for 24 for 24 months. So by the time I applied in June 2013, the hiring process was pretty much over. Because what they want to do is that they hire the people who are going to be part of the program by the end of April. So those who are going to be graduating have the rest of summer to figure out where they're going to be going, how are they going to get their new housing if they're moving to a new location, and everyone starts in September. So I realized, that was it. That was the reason why I didn't get selected during that time, because most of the hires were already selected by June 2013. So now I just passed the phone screen, and now they're going to be setting me up with another hiring event. This isn't similar to the hiring event that I was participated in January when I was applying for a specialist position in Apple retail. They said it's kind of similar, but it's different in the fact that it's catered to Apple Store Leader Program, and it's not going to be a group of 50 people in a room. There's going to be a lesser amount of people. So I did not get a count on how many people are actually considered for the program, but looking at how many stores are around the world in Apple retail, there can be a lot, and it sounds a little bit similar to the Disney College program. There's a lot of mentoring and being able to move within positions, but it's not like the Disney College program in the sense that for the DCP, you're not able to move different departments. Once I was a store operations host, I stuck to be a store operations host the entire time. Whereas this Apple Store Leader Program, I can start off as a specialist, then rotate to be a genius or a creative. So it all depends on where I fit in the program, and how the leaders see me as, and using my abilities and what I'm capable of in the program. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity. It sounds like a great lead-in into Apple, and there are questions about how this leader program can set students or future leaders up into corporate, and it isn't a springboard into corporate, but it's a good way to get that experience, and especially putting it on your resume that you were a part of a rotational program with Apple and stayed with Apple for 2 years, and now you're staying on board. So I thought that this is a really cool opportunity, and I'll be sure to update you all on what is going to happen next. They said that they're gonna contact me within the next couple days to set me up for that hiring event that I mentioned earlier, and we'll go from there. I'll let you all know what's up. I still haven't heard anything from Cyril as far as this assistant supervisor position. That pretty much concludes my lead-ins as far as jobs. I have been applying. I actually applied for 2 positions today, but the past week I've been kind of laying low, especially since I've been working. But yeah, so I just wanted to update you all on that. And funny story, I actually ended up buying a Subway sandwich with meat today. It's weird because this morning I bought an egg and cheese sandwich, but when I got off work I forgot that it was Friday and I ended up buying it. But at least I was aware of what I just did. So yeah, forgive me, Lord. Anyway, that'll be it for today. I'll see you all next time. I do not know if I'll be putting up I'll probably be putting up a video tomorrow because Roxana and I are planning a little lunch date with our good friend Josh, who's coming down. And if you're familiar with Android Authority, he's Joshua Vergara from Android Authority. What's up, everybody? Yeah, that's him. I'm friends with him. That's right. I'm friends with someone YouTube famous. That's right, Josh. Anyway, I'm probably gonna be vlogging during that time, and I'm excited to see him. I haven't seen that guy in a while. I mean, I see him traveling all around the world, going to all of these tech and software computer conventions and everything. It's awesome to see him do something that he loves, and it's very inspiring for me, because that's the kind of thing that I would want to do, you know, being in a job and doing something I would love. And yeah, I'm very proud of him, you know. So again, that'll be it for today. I'll hope to see you tomorrow doing my vlog, and have a great weekend, everybody. Peace.